Hey guys, today I'm going to share with you how to make taco dip. And this taco dip is so easy to put together and it will make a great appetizer for your next gathering. And it's made with seasoned cream cheese and sour cream, layered with flavorful ground beef, topped with lots of cheese. And this is just such a crowd pleaser that it's gonna become your go-to dip recipe. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna get started on our beef. So we're gonna need 1 pound of ground beef, some water, and a packet of taco seasoning. Normally, I usually make my seasoning when it comes to seasoning up ground beef, but today I wanted to keep it super simple, so I am using a packet today. So go ahead and meet me over at the stove. Okay, so I have my pan heated over medium-high heat. I'm going to add some oil, and then I'm gonna go ahead and brown the ground beef. Just gonna use my spatula to break up the meat. Okay, so once your beef is browned and cooked through, go ahead and drain the excess liquid. Okay, so now that I've drained it, I'm gonna go ahead and add 3/4 of a cup of water along with the taco seasoning. And then I'm gonna go ahead and bring this to a boil. Once this has come to a boil, I'm gonna continue to let it cook over medium heat until all the liquid has been evaporated. Okay, it is looking good. All the liquid has been evaporated and it's time to get working on the next layer. For the next layer, we are going to need 1 softened 8-ounce bar of cream cheese. And normally to soften it up, you can leave it out on the counter for like 30 minutes to an hour, but I didn't do that today. So since we are kind of pressed on time, I'm gonna go ahead and zap it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Okay, now our cream cheese is nice and softened so that it can be easily mixed in with our sour cream. And here I have a 16-ounce container of sour cream, and I'm gonna go ahead and add in the whole thing. This is a nice creamy layer to our dip. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mix that right in, mix until it's well combined. And I'm also going to add in another packet of taco seasoning. And the taco seasoning just gives it so much flavor. I do have a 7-layer dip recipe, but I feel like this recipe takes the cake. And I think it's because of the ground beef and plus the seasoning, it just makes it so flavorful. So you wanna mix everything up so that it's well incorporated. I do have a handful of dip recipes that I make for gatherings, but I would love to know your guys' favorite dip. I'm always open to trying out new dip recipes. So let me know in the comments below. So we're also going to be needing 1.5 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. And I usually like to shred my own cheese. I always have like a block of cheddar cheese and mozzarella and Monterey Jack cheese in my fridge, just because I'm always making like quesadillas, grilled cheese, nachos. I add them to omelets. I'm always like making stuff for the kids, so I always have cheese on hand. Okay, so I think that's about 1.5 cups of cheese. So now I'm ready to assemble the taco dip. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the rest of our layers and a baking dish. For the dip, I am using a 9 by 9 inch baking dish. You wanna use something like this or something similar in size. And then I'm gonna go ahead and spread the cream cheese sour cream mixture onto the bottom of the dish. I wanna make sure to get every bit of this on here. And also, if you are making your own seasoning, your own taco seasoning, make sure to check for salt content. I know that usually when you make your own, you don't include the salt, so add salt to taste for this layer and for the beef. And I also know that some packets contain more salt than others. Like, I think the Trader Joe's brand doesn't have that much sodium or salt, so make sure to just taste it and see if you need any additional. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add the seasoned ground beef right on top here. Just sprinkle it all around evenly. All right, Next up is the shredded cheese, and I'm just gonna sprinkle this right over. And honestly, if I was totally making this kid-friendly, well, my kid-friendly, because my kids don't like the veggies on this, I would just stop right here. But normally when I make this, I end up just having to pick off the veggies for them. That's just how it is in my house. But maybe it's different for your guys' house, and maybe your kids like tomatoes and green onions and stuff like that. Okay, next up for some freshness, I'm gonna go ahead and add in some diced tomatoes. I have 2 Roma tomatoes that I seeded. I removed the seeds and diced up. And this will give it some fresh texture. And last but not least, I'm going to sprinkle over some chopped green onions. This is how I like the taco dip, but you could add whatever your heart desires. You could add in some chopped cilantro, maybe some sliced olives, whatever you like, but this is how I like the taco dip. This is looking really pretty, you guys, with the red and the green. I actually made this for my family not too long ago, and for the leftovers, we actually stuffed the dip in some tortillas and grilled them on a pan, and my husband said it tasted like a taco supreme. So that's just another idea for leftovers. I do like this dip room temperature, but if you're not serving this right away, you can go ahead and store it in the fridge until you are ready to serve it to your guests. Anyways, it is time for the taste test. I'm gonna go grab some chips and I'll be right back. I just have to show you guys how beautiful this taco dip came out, and also so flavorful. Okay, so of course you cannot have dip without chips. And I'm gonna show you guys my all-time favorite tortilla chips. And it's these tortilla chips from Trader Joe's. They're called organic yellow corn tortilla chip rounds. And I like these because they're very thin and crispy. I really don't like tortilla chips that are like dense and hard. So these are my favorite ones. I do have some open here, so you guys know that I like them. I stock up when I go to Trader Joe's. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab a chip and let's dip. Was that corny? Okay, I got the full layer going on here. It has everything in it. But oops, a tomato went down, but it's okay. All right, guys. Okay, that was so good. It's fresh, it's flavorful, it's everything you're gonna want in a dip. Make this for your next gathering. I guarantee you it's gonna be a crowd pleaser. So good. Like the layers, it just all works. Anyways, thank you for spending time with me in my kitchen. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, guys.